Hello Gemini, welcome back to my YouTube channel. These are going to be your messages for the month of March 2022. A bit of a different format that I have here this month. I'm a visual person and I like to be able to see the cards as the reading is going on, and so I thought that it would be nice to show the cards as I'm doing your monthlies. If this is something that you prefer, go ahead and give a like or leave a comment down below. Today I'm going to be pulling from Starchild Tarot as well as the Plant Ally Oracle deck. I've already shuffled off camera, so we are good to start. I'm going to go ahead and pull your cards. First card out we have is the Strength card. Next we have the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, Five of Crystals, also known as the Five of Pentacles, the King of Crystals, the Three of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the card of Serenity. All right, Gemini, first message out of the gate, you have the Strength card and the King of Crystals. Interestingly, King of Crystals is someone who is very logic-minded, so I believe this would be this would be someone who is primarily pretty left-brained, very logical-minded, someone who's pragmatic, someone who is into the details. They invest a lot into the small details of everything. Out of the gate, Gemini, your first message for the month of March is that right now this is a time for you to be thinking very methodically about your plans. Anything you have going on, anything that you are investing your time and energy into, Spirit is wanting you to get into those fine details, especially when it comes to work and business, which is what Pentacles energy is all about, especially King of Pentacles energy. So whether you are a Gemini sun, moon, or rising, whether you are a Gemini male or female, your first message of the month is to focus on the details of situations regarding work and money. This is also an energy of needing to have a clear vision. So some of you Geminis may need to get a little organized this month. Some of you may need to take a look at what it is that you are planning and kind of clean it up a little bit. Get more of a concise plan in place. And this is something that takes a lot of work. This is something that requires a lot of strength, not just physically, also mentally and emotionally. It's something that is very taxing, that requires and asks a lot of you. And so be prepared for that, Gemini, in the month of March. Spirit is giving the message that whatever investment into details that you give this month, it will pay off, it will benefit you. But also at the same time, maintain that balance and don't be so overly invested and overly obsessed with details that it almost debilitates you or prevents you from getting the job done. So pay just enough attention to where, maybe you find something that you missed, or maybe you find a more efficient way to do something, a more effective way to get the job done. You find different avenues of how to achieve the goal that you ultimately want, and that's great. But don't be so overly invested that you become imbalanced and you can't get anything done. Spirit is giving the message, Gemini, that your attentiveness to detail again is going to pay off. You have the Wheel of Fortune here and the Three of Cups, which Three of Cups is always about celebration. It's all about abundance. It's about a time of study. I do feel like whatever it is that you guys are facing this month, it will provide some pretty deep life lessons that were necessary in terms of what it is you're either building or necessary in terms of just your growth and development as an individual, as a person. And so expect financial abundance, expect new opportunities, expect for this to maybe grow into something that exceeds what you initially thought it would become. And prepare to celebrate. Prepare to receive rewards and praise from your community for that. Next, Gemini, you have the Temperance card and the Page of Wands. And so Temperance is all about reminding us, again, to be mindful of any decisions that we're making at this time. So lots of repeating messages for you here, which typically means that this is something that is very important this month. Temperance also indicates a need for balance or to reevaluate whatever goals that you had, whatever vision that you had, whatever route you were taking. It's just reevaluating all around, which is not always a bad thing. And Spirit is wanting me to remind you guys that not only is it not always a bad thing, because I get the sense that some of you guys feel like, some of you may have this attitude of like, well, what I'm doing is just fine. I don't need to reevaluate. I don't need to waste my time on that. It's not a waste of time. You have the Strength card and Temperance on either side of the Wheel of Fortune. And so the only way that you're going to really see the fullness of your abundance this month, Gemini, is if you do some reevaluating and you kind of get out of that ego or pridefulness around it. Temperance is also a card that is reminding you to be patient and caring, not just towards yourself, but towards the people in your community. So as you are having to reassess and re-strategize some things, Gemini, you may find that you feel a little antsy. You may find that you feel a little agitated, a little more agitated than usual. And it's just because, you know, your mind is gonna be weighing a lot of different things. You're gonna have a lot kind of swirling around that you're gonna have to get organized. And so you may find that you're a little more snappy, a little more agitated with people. Give yourself patience, give others patience, give yourself and others care and consideration during this time. And just keep your vision set on your long-term goals. That's the only thing that's important at the end of the day, because you definitely don't want to be shortchanged. You know, you don't want to get to the end and then it's not as great as you thought, or you get to the end and, you know, you didn't get as much as you should have. And so in order to really break into this Wheel of Fortune and Three of Cups energy, and also King of Pentacles energy, because this energy definitely represents abundance, you have to be willing to say, this is not my strong suit. I need to reevaluate. This is not the most effective and most efficient plan. I need to reevaluate. And there's nothing wrong with that, Gemini. Lots of cards indicating new opportunities. That's also being said here with the Page of Wands. So as you're moving forward, Gemini, make sure that your intentions are clear and remember to be confident in your abilities throughout this process. You are capable. Just because you have to reevaluate doesn't mean that you're stupid. It doesn't mean that you are incompetent. You're very much capable. You have the skill set, you have the knowledge, you have the foundation. That's not a question. But being able to admit that a certain area is not your strong suit, being able to say, hey, I need to go back and redo this. Those are all the marks of a leader. That is the type of person that is going to go far. When you're able to admit that you didn't do something quite as well as you could have, or you need to go back and do something better, that is a strong indication that you are ready to step up. You're ready to have more responsibility. You're ready to have more authority. You're ready to step into that leadership role. So a lot of you Geminis are going to be doing that this month. Serenity. This in traditional tarot would correspond to the Hermit card. So I gave a similar message to another sign previously that maybe you need to isolate a little bit. Maybe you need to get away in order to really get your thoughts together, get your energy in the place that it needs to be in. Maybe you need to go on a trip, a solo trip, all by yourself in order to really get that alone time. Whatever it is that you need to do this month, Gemini, do that for yourself unapologetically. So if a person approaches you and they're like, oh, you don't want to hang out, you think you're too good for us, whatever it is, you know, like, oh, you're being flaky, what's wrong with you? Are you depressed? Why are you alone all the time? Whatever it is that people are saying, understand, again, focusing on your long-term goals. Whatever a person is saying to you in that moment is a very small, microscopic piece of the bigger picture. It's a very small, probably insignificant piece of where it is that you are headed. And so let it be that. If a person or people are kind of coming at you and giving you crap for needing to be alone, for needing to listen to your own voice and not listening to theirs, if they're giving you crap for that, Gemini, focus on your bigger picture. Because at the end of the day, when you achieve it, when you accomplish it, I guarantee you that person that was talking all that mess and had all that stuff to say, it's gonna be real quiet. It's gonna be real quiet. Some of you may be here in this energy of kind of lack, this energy of financial worry, worried about resources, worried about your plan, doubting yourself, doubting your capability. Some of you may be embodying more of this Five of Crystals energy right now at the start of March. Spirit is wanting you to end here on this King of Crystals energy. You're very sure, you're very confident, you're brave. Take that time, Gemini, to do what it is that you need to do so that you're putting yourself on the path to this Wheel of Fortune and this Three of Cups. With that being said, you guys, I am going to go ahead and pull 3 oracle cards for you. First one, let go. Next 2 cards that just flew out, you have the card of flow and the card of joy. Beautiful messages, Gemini. Let's flip them over and read what's on the back. All right, let go says, sometimes it is necessary to accept things and let go. With renewed inner peace, you will feel the comfort of relief. What do you need to surrender in order to move forward in your life? I feel like that ties very well into a lot of the messages that you got this month, Gemini. Pretty self-explanatory. Again, isolate if you need to so that you can assess what needs to be let go of. Moving on to the card of flow, it says, clear and release stagnant energies by starting a cleansing process. How can you help your energy flow like a river? So again, another very beautiful, very fitting message for you guys. Definitely ties into a lot of the messages that were given. This is an opportunity for you, Geminis, to let go and surrender what you thought the process had to look like in order to flow into what it's actually supposed to be, and trusting that where you are flowing to is leading you to this Wheel of Fortune and this Three of Cups energy. Last oracle of the month says joy. You are blessed with a renewed interest and joy in life. Notice how simplifying your life can offer a key to happiness. Experience pure bliss. I mean, if that's not the perfect message to end on, I don't know what is. All right, Gemini, I think you guys know what you have to do this month. I hope you guys enjoyed those messages and got what you needed. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.